morning and welcome to A Cup of Joe with Mo. Thanks for joining us for our second episode. We hope you loved the first one. Today we're going to do something a little different. Now that you guys are all in tune with us doing this over a cup of coffee, we're going to pivot and share a cup of wine. No, we're not sharing it. You have yours, I have mine. So we're each having a cup of wine. We're breaking bread together. I don't know what the saying is, but
the thought's
irregardless, yeah. So in this ever-changing world, when we are now forced to make changes, we're changing it up a little bit. This week, we are both enjoying a glass of wine from Messina Hoff Winery from Brian. And Morgan, you're the wine snob in this group. Tell us a little bit more.
Well, I want to know what makes you think that.
I don't know. Written all over your shirt.
And my wine bar behind me.
Yeah, you're all in.
Yeah, no, I know whenever we were talking about some things we wanted to talk about on the Morning Joe with Mo, obviously we really want to help showcase and talk about our hotels and attractions we have here. And we work with Messina Hoff a lot through Experience Bryan College Station. We utilize them for, on our site visits when we have clients in town. Meeting planners utilize them for breakouts or, things for their attendees to go and do. So I really wanted to talk about Messina Hoff because they're doing some fun things during this shelter in place in order to still get their products to the customers. And then give some ideas on how you can still incorporate them in your meetings moving forward.
Yeah, I know. I've had a couple meals out there that were fabulous. So they have a nice big room if you're going to need for offsite dinners or you just sent me something today about a mystery dinner.
Yes.
Super fun too. So.
Yeah, a murder mystery dinner that they're doing at the end of July. So I thought that could be a fun team building activity for our staff.
Yeah, hey, put it out there.
The worst that someone could say is no. So you gotta try.
Heard that before, haven't we?
But really, I love Messina Hoff. I love to support local as much as we can. And so I really wanted to talk about them on our show because small local businesses are struggling to be upfront, and transparent. And so whatever we can do to help and talk about ways that even moving past this, shelter in place, again, how we can help incorporate, I would love to do that. What we are working on right now is, I love this. I thought this was so clever. The SIP survival kit, the shelter in place survival kit. So we went with the option 1, which is a red. They have, I think 5 different options. So we have it is a peppered salami with some crackers and a Gouda cheese, and then the GSM wine.
Yeah, I've already been snacking on my board. It doesn't look as pretty as yours.
Okay. And here's the wine, the GSM wine. But yeah, so that's a really fun. Another thing that we had actually thought about doing before we did the SIP survival kit was the virtual wine tasting that they're offering. I thought that was a really fun idea, even for, you could do it with some clients, or you could do it with your friends, either way. But you were the one, I think, that found this virtual wine tasting. So tell everyone a little bit about that.
Yeah, so there's several different options to order 3 different wines. And I guess you either have them shipped to you or you go and pick them up from Messina Hoff, and then you hop on a virtual call and they walk you through a tasting. So I thought that was really fun and creative and something, a good way to still connect and do something fun. I know some people have a little bit more time than others right now, and they're looking for things to do. So if expanding your palette is one of those, that's a really good option for you. And we did a in-person wine tasting last year along with a tour and had dinner, and it was all fabulous. So I imagine a virtual tour would be really fun too. And so
imagine doing that with a client. That's a great way to not necessarily maybe a happy hour, but maybe a little bit more structure. If you maybe even it's the first time you're meeting them, or maybe the second time you're meeting them, and kind of have like a facilitator, if you will. It could just be a good, a different form of a virtual happy hour and meeting with a client.
Right. A shared experience that you have.
Yeah, you buy the bottle, have it shipped to them in advance. That's a really fun idea. We should look into that.
I agree. Yeah. And even, if this is something they're going to continue doing after we're all allowed to go out and be in public again, that could still be a really fun thing to incorporate into what you do and how you meet with people, even on a larger scale. Because we know a lot of these events are still going to have some virtual component. So incorporating this is a really fun way to learn something new that's not too serious, and you get to enjoy the wine while you're doing it. So I think it's a really neat idea. I really like it.
Yeah. And even too, like you kind of said, things are going to be, not fully back to normal for, a little bit. So if you do have attendees that can't make the meeting, whether it's still, budget issues, travel restrictions, what have you, but they still want to be a part of the meeting from a virtual aspect. I know I love the opportunities when we go to conferences where it's more of a relaxed setting and you really just get to network with other people, and you get to experience new things because a lot of attractions will come and do a tasting or what have you. So the attendees, you could, depending on how many you have in advance, again, you have it shipped to them and they have all those. And as the meeting planner being, if you're there on site, you could have this, the laptop, whatever, set up, and they're still there getting that experience. And maybe they're not getting to network with everyone, but maybe you can kind of help or assign someone to still kind of be there with them. Or if there's other attendees, you could do a little Zoom call like this. And so they're still getting that experience with your conference. And I think it could even be a determining factor for attending for the following year. I think that's absolutely.
Right.
People notice when you take those little extra steps to help make someone's experience in time. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, and it's not just limited to Bryan College Station, because they have Messina Hoff and Grapevine and also in Fredericksburg, and they are building their fourth one in the Houston area. So, if not, you don't have to just live here. We want you to visit us, but if you live in other parts of the state, you do have access to this great winery too. So that's really fun.
Absolutely. And really, another reason we wanted to talk about Messina Hoff is you and I this weekend had planned to attend the Wine and Roses Festival, because that's what's supposed to happen this weekend. And due to COVID and the pandemic, they had to pivot and reschedule. And I'm really excited that they decided to reschedule versus cancel this event. Aside from the fact that it's here in our local community, but people still get to come and enjoy it. And it's a great event. They have the 5K with it. And it's just really fun, family friendly even type of thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Somehow you had talked me into doing the 5K this year. since you agreed to walk with me, and then we were going to follow it up with a delicious brunch with wine. I mean, that was hard to turn down. So I'm looking forward to us doing that later this year. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun event, and I hope that there's tons of people coming out to support Messina Hoff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think on that note, I think it's really fun for us to have more time to think of a team name, even though there aren't teams. So just gonna throw that out there.
Right. And you mentioned something about training too. I'm not sure what we're training for.
We're training to be able to drink more of the free wine after.
Okay, I'm down with that. Mm-hmm. Not the running part, but
no
other part. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Good. I'm looking forward to it even more now.
Yes, and so that will be. I think we saw that the dates are October 17th and 18th. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Again, so really excited that they are rescheduling that. And if you want more information about it, everything that we talked about, you can go to Messina Hoff's website. We'll put it in our show notes. Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about?
Super professional.
I am. It's fine. And then we will also link, or feel free to comment on this or email us, and we'd be happy. Share with your friends. Let us know if you would like more information, because we love Messina Hoff and we would love to connect you with them. And then also come visit us. Come visit in person.
Yeah, just as soon as you can. We'll be here.
Alrighty. Well, JoBeth, until next week.
So, meet with them virtually, share a cup of coffee or a cocktail or a glass of Messina Hoff wine, and stay connected. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.
All right. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.